Students, this is Lata Narwani from Mount Literacy School, Jhansi. Children, today we'll start a new lesson of chemistry, that is metals and non-metals. So, today we will be discussing the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Elements can be classified into two major groups, metals and non-metals. Metals occupy almost 80% of the elements, whereas non-metals are just 20%. Mercury is the only liquid metal, whereas bromine is the only liquid non-metal. General properties of metals. First property, electronic configuration. What is electronic configuration? It means distribution of electrons in various shells around the nucleus. Metals have 1, 2 or 3 electrons in their outermost shell. For example, sodium, atomic number 11, configuration 281. Magnesium, atomic number 12, configuration 282. Aluminium, atomic number 13, configuration 283. So we see that metals, they contain 1, 2 or 3 electrons in their outermost shell. Second property is electropositive nature. During chemical reactions, metals can easily lose outermost electrons, that is valence electrons, and they form positive ions. Therefore, these are called electropositive elements. For example, sodium gives out one electron and forms sodium ion. Similarly, magnesium gives out two electron and forms magnesium ion. Aluminium gives out 3 electrons and forms aluminium 3 plus ions. So metals can be defined as elements which lose electrons to form positive ions. Third, physical state. All metals are solids at room temperature except mercury, which is a liquid. So various solid metals, examples are copper, silver, gold, iron, manganese, zinc, etc. Next property is metallic luster. It means all metals have a specific shining on their surface in pure form. For example, aluminium, magnesium, they have white color shining, gold has a yellow shining, copper has a reddish brown shining. So all metals, they possess a lustrous surface. Next property is hardness. All metals are very hard except lithium, sodium and potassium, which are very soft and can be cut with a knife. So these three elements are exceptions, that they are metals and they are soft. Now metals being very hard, they are used for construction of buildings, bridges and heavy machinery parts. Next property is malleability. What is malleability? Malleability means metals can be beaten into very thin sheets without breaking. So this property is called malleability. Metals are malleable. Gold and silver are most malleable metal, means very thin sheet can be made out of these metals. Therefore they are used to make ornaments from very small pieces of metals. Then this property of metals is also used to make utensils, buckets, water tanks, boxes, drums, etc. Next property is ductility. Ductility means metals can be drawn into very thin wires without breaking. Gold and silver, they are most ductile and they are used in making various ornaments. Copper and aluminium, they are used to make electric wires. Next property is high densities and high melting and boiling points. Metals have very high densities and the melting and boiling points are also very high. For example, tungsten, it has a melting point of 3410 degrees Celsius. So it is used to make filaments of electric bulbs. Next property is sonority. Metals produce a sharp sound when hit with a hard object. This property is called sonority, and so the metals are said to be sonorous. For example, school bells are made up of metals, so they produce ringing sound which can be heard up till far off places. Next is good conductors of heat. If you place one end of a metallic rod in hot water or flame, the other end also becomes hot soon. This property of conducting heat throughout the metal is called thermal conductivity. For example, silver, it is the best heat conductor, and lead, it is the poorest conductor. So all metals can conduct heat very effectively. Next property is electrical conductivity. Metals allow the current, electric current, to pass through them, and therefore they are good conductors of electricity. Here there is one activity. Here a metal is connected with two wires with the help of clips A and B, and a battery is joined, and a bulb and switch are also joined in this circuit. So as we close the circuit, means switch is on, the bulb starts glowing. So what does it show? That this metal, the metal is a good conductor of electricity, therefore the bulb starts glowing. We have finished the physical properties of metals. Now general properties of non-metals. First is electronic configuration, that means the distribution of electrons in various shells. So non-metals have 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 electrons in their outermost shell. For example, carbon, atomic number 6, configuration is 2, 4. Nitrogen, atomic number 7, configuration is 2, 5. Oxygen, atomic number 8, configuration is 2, 6. Fluorine, atomic number 9, configuration is 2, 7. Neon, atomic number 10, configuration is 2, 8. So we see all the non-metals, they contain more than 3 electrons in their outermost shell. So this is their electronic configuration. However, there are two exceptions, hydrogen and helium, which have 1 or 2 electrons in the outermost shell, but they are non-metals. Second property is electronegative nature. During chemical reactions, non-metals form negative ions by gaining electrons. Therefore, these are called electronegative elements. For example, chlorine. Chlorine adds one electron and forms chloride ion, Cl minus. Similarly, oxygen element gains 2 electrons and forms oxide ion. Nitrogen gains 3 electrons and forms nitride ion. So non-metals are those elements which add electrons or gain electrons and form negative ions. Third property, physical state. Non-metals can be solid, liquids or gases at room temperature. So examples of different types are given here. First, gases: hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, fluorine, chlorine, helium, neon, argon, etc. are gases at normal temperature. Bromine is a liquid, whereas solid examples are carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, iodine, etc. So non-metals can occur in all three forms. Next property is non-lustrous. Non-lustrous means non-metals do not have any shining on their surface. They are non-lustrous and dull. But there are some exceptions here. Graphite and iodine, they are lustrous non-metals. Next property is softness. Non-metals are soft and brittle, like coal, phosphorus. Here again there is an exception. Diamond. Diamond is a non-metal, but it is the hardest substance known till now. Next property is non-malleable and non-ductile. Non-metals are not malleable, neither they are ductile. Neither they can be drawn into wires nor they can be beaten into sheets. Next property is low densities. Non-metals are light-weighted, so they have low densities. Then low melting and boiling points. Non-metals have low melting and boiling points except graphite, which has a very high melting point. Then they are non-sonorous, means non-metals do not produce any sound when struck with a hard surface. Bad conductors of heat and electricity. This is the last point. Non-metals, they do not conduct heat and electricity except graphite. Graphite is a good conductor of electricity. So children, these are all the physical properties of metals and non-metals. So this is all for today. Thank you.